What's going on, you guys? I'd like to welcome you guys to another One Take review. It's your boy Big Dog here, the Living Cinema Score. And this is a review for Vice, starring Christian Bale, Sam Rockwell, Amy Adams, Steve Carell. There's quite a few big names in this. And it's the story of Dick Cheney about how he became one of the most powerful vice presidents to ever live. And listen, I'm gonna be honest, be straight up honest with y'all. I wasn't gonna say I was bored watching this movie. I wasn't just that intrigued. It never had just a moment to me that just stuck out to where I'm like, I'm getting the way the story was told. I ain't gonna lie, I liked it. The way they was telling it, you know what I'm saying, through like someone else's eyes and stuff. I was all good with that. Like that part there was fine. And the way they kind of like put some kind of like jokes in it. But overall, I just never felt myself like gripped by what what they was telling me. And I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like I knew the story of Dick Cheney. I don't. Not when people care. I don't care about politics at all. I don't. Like they do what they do. There's so much shit they do that I'll be like, fuck it. There's nothing we can really do. Our shit really don't matter. Like they gonna do what they want to do regardless. They grimy as fuck. So I was just like, I don't really care about politics. So when I'm watching this shit, I'm just like, okay, cool. They made George Bush saying Rockwell. I don't know if the guy actually is that stupid, but they made George Bush look fucking stupid in this shit. And I watch, and like Christian Bale does, he plays Dick Cheney, but a lot of the time to me he looked like Kevin James. You know what I'm saying? Kevin James from like, you know what I'm saying, the King of Queens. He looked like him a lot of times. I'm like, why is he Kevin James? I don't know. He's Dick Cheney. Okay, so I nothing. Like I said, the way they told the story, I liked it. The comedy aspect they put in it, I liked it. It's just I was never in it. I never found myself getting in it. I never had there was never a one scene that was like, oh yeah, I can point out I can point out performances, or and something like, cause this movie reminded me of Darkest Hour, and last year Darkest Hour got back, cause I'm like, oh man, I thought solely about the performance of Gary Oldman in that film, so I'm like, oh yeah, this movie was great, but and I go back and look at it in hindsight, I'm like, the movie was that great, the performance was, and this I kind of get the same thing, and just I don't think the performance is as strong. Maybe well, then again, maybe that's not necessarily the case. It might not be the performance is as strong. It's just that there's not a moment. There was a moment in that film, you know what I'm saying? The scene where he's talking about the whole tiger and you can't negotiate with a tiger when your head's in his mouth. Like that, the scene. Like that's something I just remember. I can't remember a fucking line out of this fucking movie. Or maybe like the end where he was looking at there's a part of the end where he's looking directly at the camera and saying, he's in an interview, but he's looking at us, you know what I'm saying, talking. So I'm like, maybe that, but like, I still don't really remember shit he was saying. I remember what it was about, but I don't remember shit he was saying. So I'm just like, and listen, I'm gonna say, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when I go back and revisit Darkest Hour, I feel like, yeah, that movie is just a performance. And this one, I feel like it's just the same thing. Just like, and what Sam Rockwell does is not great in this. Like, because I was looking at, like, they announced the Oscars nominees this week, and so we had Best Supporting Actor, and Sam Rockwell was on there. So I'm thinking, okay, let's see what Sam Rockwell did in this. And it really wasn't, I ain't gonna say it wasn't shit, but it wasn't at the caliber of, like, Timothée Chalamet and Beautiful Boy. Like, it's this like it's insanity, bro. For him to be, I don't know I don't know what the deal is. And this getting nominated for Best Picture, I don't see why. I think apparently a group of other people love this movie. I'm not in that group of people. To me, this is a C plus at best. Uh, I'll probably never go back and rewatch it again. It just it it had nothing to it. To me, it just had nothing to it. I get, and honestly, I get tired of movies to where people just trying to get an Oscar. I ain't gonna say they're just trying to get an Oscar, but it just seems like I need to be entertained. when I'm watching a movie or something, or if I ain't you ain't entertaining me or telling me a story in a way that makes me feel something, I think that's not a good movie to me. That's just how I base movies. Other people might base them on different things, but I need to be entertained or make me feel something. This movie didn't accomplish those things, so yeah, I definitely give it. Vice a C plus. It's nominated for an Oscar, Best Picture, which is fine because there are films on that list that other people don't agree with. Or there's of course there's always going to be something on the list that people don't agree with or don't think should have been nominated. So this is apparently one of mine. So you guys let me know what you thought about Vice down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you guys later.